So I was sitting here listing these fucking action figures on Macari, looking at the river, going, man, this shit's getting really boring. Since Amazon finally came through with the last figure I needed to complete this Nemesis wave, I said, fuck it. Why not? Let's make a YouTube video and see if we can't talk a little shit. Alright, so here they are. Another lackluster wave from Marvel Legends. And I'm just sitting here wondering when they're going to stop making this shit, or I can stop buying this shit. Over here, we have another character. I don't even know his name. Yeah, I can look on the box and try to figure it out. I just know that he belongs to another team that they're never going to finish. You have Marrow, an old member of the Morlocks, another team that they're never going to finish. Extreme Wolverine, another Wolverine to another X-Men team that they're never going to finish. Nightcrawler and his X-Force costume, which that team has more members in it than we know what to do with. You could actually make two of those teams. The Nemesis, not the Holocaust, not the figure that everybody wanted, but since I already have it, I was definitely looking forward to adding him to my collection. You have Husk, which I did a kit bash of Husk, and I just kindly put that thing back in the package, sent it back to Amazon, and hey, why not? Get them while you can. Then you have Cyclops for the X-Force team, another team that they're probably never going to finish, because although the characters, like the Human Beast, they're probably never going to make him Iceman, Angel, whoever. They'll make all the generic repaints, and we'll be sitting here wondering if they're ever going to finish that team. Then you have Gambit for the Age of Apocalypse. Instead of me boring you with articulation and a bunch of bullshit, I'm going to throw these up on the shelf, show you where they go, show you what we need. But before we do that, we're going to take a good look at some good action figures. All right, here they are, some good action figures. They're expensive action figures, but they're good. They're $35 each. Marvel Legends are $25 each. I mean, action figures just aren't cheap these days. But Ernie comes with a bunch of hands that do nothing to enhance the figure because they don't hold the ducking. None of them. They're just extra hands that are basically the same as the hands that are already on them. He does come with a really cool Bert and Ernie picture that you can actually hang on the wall. That is a really nice touch. So that is cool. It would be nice if they did play sets to go with these, like they did the Muppets and the Simpsons and all the other cool shit that they did. He also comes with the letter C. Look at the texture on the letter C with the eyes. That is really good. Look at the paint, the articulation. All the pins are hidden. These action figures absolutely look amazing. Then you have Bert over here. Comes with his pigeon. Comes with his paper clip collection, which the box opens and closes. And is pretty sure that's a cigar box. Here's the extra head that he comes with. Ernie's extra head. He also comes with his bottle cap collection and the letter A. Look at that face. Looks like Fozzie the Bear. Definitely cool. Look at the attention to detail on Bert. God, amazing. I'm pretty sure you can take off the eyebrows, switch that out. You can definitely take off the hair, switch that out. And then he also comes with the book of boring stories. When I saw Bert and Ernie come out, I was like, yeah, I definitely need to get those. And then I saw Toy Shiz was at a New York Toy Fair, and they showed Big Bird and Harry Monster, which I didn't even know who Harry Monster was, the Count, and Oscar. And then I said, all right, fuck it. I'm not going to buy any more new action figures. The only thing I'm going to do is just keep up with what I have. Like, basically just Marvel. It's all I'm really buying right now just because all the other licenses like DC is down here, which I'm still putting this thing together down here. DC, to me, was basically over when Mattel stopped making them and McFarlane took in, unless they made cool big characters like the Seahorse or Swamp Thing. or Clayface or Man-Bat, Bane, stuff like that. Then I figured also, what's his name, Nectron or something. He was another addition. Any big characters they could make, which would make my DC collection better, like this Lobo and the dog right in this motorcycle. God, that is just unbelievably cool. When they did characters like that, I figured, you know what, I'll pick and choose. Now DC has lost the license. It's going back to Mattel. I'm pretty much done with DC. Once again, if they make something really cool, I'll pick and choose and add it to my collection. I'm still collecting Mario. I need 3 figures to complete that team. I'm not getting every variant. I just basically want one of each character, and that's pretty much it. As far as the X-Men set that I just got, I put those in there. You got Mara over here. I put her with the only other member we have for the Morlocks. I'm sure that's about as far as that team's ever going to go. You have that guy. I don't even know where to put him. I'm assuming with the X-Men somewhere. We know that they'll never finish that team, so it doesn't really matter. Everybody's asking for her because you have the new 2-pack. I still have the old Lion out. I like him. I haven't put the new Lion in there yet. I will swap that out eventually. Here's the X-Men that just came with it for the X Factor team that they're probably never going to finish. Over here, you have the Wolverine with all the other Wolverines to go to a lot of teams that they're never going to finish. Here is the star of the show, the Build-A-Figure, Nemesis, and then you have Holocaust. Everybody wanted this figure. I don't even think that he was in Age of Apocalypse. If he wasn't, I'm sure Shannon's going to reach out in the comments and correct me and let me know that I fucked up another video. But I think that he just goes in with the X-Men somewhere, and then I'll put him back up here where he goes. I just pulled him out for you could kind of do a side-by-side comparison. I know a lot of people want that figure in their collection. I'm really happy to have one, but that's just the advantage of being some old-ass collector, because you have cool shit like that. And then you have the Nightcrawler, and then at Toy Fair, their big reveal was another Archangel, which we already have him, and then they showed the 2-pack with the girl Wolverine and Warpath up there. I'm pretty sure it's Warpath. If not, once again, you'll correct me. And I was like, fuck, that is just, that's your big showing, Archangel, a figure that you already made years ago, and now you're remaking for all the new collectors that don't have it because they don't want to go on Macari and buy a new one. Pretty shitty. People ask me if I was going to update these figures. I'm not real sure. If I do get the new 2-pack, if I happen to see it, run across it, whatever, if it's on Amazon or something where I can take these 2 old figures, put them in the package and return it, I might do an upgrade, but probably won't. When I was watching coverage of Toy Fair, it was, come on guys, I'm not trying to distance myself from the action figure community, but when I see a bunch of fucking nerds standing in line to molest the ultimate Spider-Man action figure, putting him in poses, and you're like super geeked on that shit, yeah, we don't have a lot in common. It was nice to see Dan Hu finally get a break from being on his knees and doing something on Instagram, talking about Marvel figures that we need to add to our collection. And then he reviewed the ultimate expensive Spider-Man. I didn't watch the review because I didn't want to watch guys jerking each other off. It's just horrible. There's the Huss figure for the Generation X team that they'll never complete because they got all the easy figures done. Well, they need to put Jubilee in the right costume. That's as close as I can come. And then you have like the dude that looks like Thing, and then the stretchy guy that looks like, what's his name, Skin or something. I don't know. Another bunch of characters in teams that they're never going to finish. I love Marvel. I love my Marvel collection. A lot of the goodness in my collection isn't even from Hasbro. It's from somebody else. But they do some good stuff. I'll ride this wave. Hopefully it ends soon. This is the toy room. It's coming along. I'm listing shit on Macari every day. Trying to get rid of it. Once again, I got enough action figures to fill 2 of these. So I have to get rid of a ton of shit. I just got done doing my Predator display. I mean, when you put shit on the top shelf up there, you can only see it so good. But you got to put something on the top shelf. I'm pretty much done with Predator action figures. I got rid of about half of those, which I'm going to list those on Macari. And then that goes down to Youngbloods, Wetworks, Wildcats, the 10th, the Pit, all the image stuff. I got some more image stuff I'm going to do on the top shelf and continue. Now I'm getting ready to do all my alien stuff, which I'm going to cut that collection way back because I don't need 50 of the same exact aliens. I just need 2 or 3 to kind of get the point across. But here it is. Here's the collection. Missed some of you guys, and then some of you guys, god damn, dude. Get off these toy companies' dicks. Now that Trump's back in office, we're allowed to call our friends faggot and retards again. So that being said, unless you're a chick or a faggot, don't get caught.
You sucking dick.